Morning. I'm Richard.
I'm Paul.
And this is...
Sunday Chat!
Yes, welcome. How lovely. What a beautiful morning it is now. It was raining earlier, and now we're looking forward to a tropical rainstorm on the way for Tuesday.
And Wednesday.
And Wednesday and Thursday. Tropical storm Umberto. Or Humberto, as Paul said.
I thought when I read it, I thought the N had fallen off the end of a line onto another line. I thought it was Humberton, and then I realised it was Umberto.
Umberto.
Yeah.
Oh. So.
I think Storm Humberton is quite nice. I think we need to have more nice names rather than Dorothy,
more boring names.
Hugh and all of that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They should name them after UK towns and villages. Oh, that might upset people, I guess. Yeah.
Anyway.
Storm Kidderminster. That's bound to upset people.
Is it? Why would it?
It'll upset people in Kidderminster.
Would it? Oh well. So, we're back from...
Sheep!
Stop jiggling, Paul. I can feel it vibrating through the whole sofa. I really don't want to look as though I'm on a horse and cart. Really? So, we got back from our lovely trip to Wales on Friday, and if you saw the live show, we talked a little bit about that. And
you didn't want me on the live show,
did you? I presumed you didn't want to appear on the live show, Paul, or else you would have said something, wouldn't you?
Well, you just started it.
You're not some kind of little shrinking violet, are you? Certainly not.
I feel quite low today. Shall I put my bum? Is that better? Yeah. I'm going to sit on a cushion in a minute.
It's better? No, because you'll start going off the camera. Stay in shot. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Paul. You've seen on the live show that I talked a little bit about Wales and our recent trip.
That's the country, not the mammal.
To visit our friends Felicity and Tarquin, Tittington-Smythes. That's Lord and Lady Tittington-Smythes to you. And we were very fortunate to visit at the same time as their son and his new wife. And their son, in the tradition of the Tittington-Smythes, has a very interesting name. So he is Dickon Dubois, and his new wife is Tiffany Fangita. What? Don't laugh at people's names, Paul.
No, I was laughing at her jokes.
Dickon Dubois is a very interesting name.
Dickon
is an Old English name. And it's the same root as my name, Richard.
Yes, root being operative, yeah.
It means hard. Hard ruler. So Dickon Dubois could be translated as Hard Dick of the Wood. Or Hard Dick in the Big Wood. Something like that. A bit like Robin Hood.
Wouldn't that be Dickon de Grandbois?
Well, maybe. But it's not. And Tiffany Fangita, I think she's of Mexican origin, I think. Yes. So that was lovely because they're fairly newly married and are having a wonderful time. And I think between his wood and her Fangita, there's a lot of love.
Lots.
Yes. So lovely. That was delightful.
And their cake.
We had a little bit of their cake. We did.
Lovely. Lovely.
It was divine.
Chocolate cake and a ginormous Victoria sandwich.
So that was lovely. So anyway, without...
It was really, really nice. We had other cake as well.
You're obsessed with cake. the moment, Paul?
Yeah, I think I am.
Well,
I
why
think it's
didn't
my
you?
chins.
Why didn't you make me any for my birthday? As Renee said in the delightful card that she sent to me and you, wishing me happy birthday. Thank you, Renee. And she did say, I hope Paul made you some cake. No, he didn't, Renee.
I did make you some cake. I made it a week before. I made the apple sauce cake. And we ate it on your birthday.
And we
with
also
Vivi at Q. So there.
And we also had a lovely card from Anna as well. And Anna sent us some seeds, did she, Paul?
Well, Renee and Anna has sent us seeds.
Oh,
so
lovely.
thank you
Thank
very much
Bloody
for
thank
those.
you.
The Anna sent us some borlotti, which are interesting because they look slightly different to the ones that we normally have. So I'm going to be growing those next year. We do a lot of borlotti. Oh!
What?
No, I just thought
Did
of
something
something.
happen?
No, it was a rumbling. I thought that was thunder, but it wasn't. It was somebody with a suitcase trundling up the street.
Probably a trolley dolly. Quite a few of them live around here.
Well, they do Airbnb around here as well. So there's quite a lot of the people who work on planes stay overnight in Airbnbs around here.
So, without further ado, when Paul has finished jabbering on about nothing, as usual.
I was going to go moo all the time. Each time that we saw cows, this time when we went to Wales, because I said sheep last time. And I was going to say moo, and I did do it once, didn't I? And what did you say?
I hit you. And said, don't ever do that again. I didn't really. To those of you who think I abuse Paul in some way, shape or form, that's not true. And Paul wouldn't put up with it. He would hit back. Oh, don't be pathetic. Sympathy for Paul. What happens to me? I don't get any sympathy, do I? No.
So we spent the next 3 hours in silence driving to Wales.
Yes, and wasn't it divine, that meditative silence? So here's the video.
It was a nice journey, wasn't it? It was a really nice drive.
Yeah, and we're trying to show the video because the more you talk about it, the more bored people will get. So here's a short segment of video. It's about 13 minutes long.
That's not short.
And after that, Paul's going to show you his big shiny beans. They're round and shiny, and I've got no idea how he gets them to look like that. Something in the harvesting. So that's after our small Welsh adventure. So, hello. I'm trying to hold the camera in the car, and we're on country lanes. Yes, we're in the country. Lovely Welsh country. We've come to Wales to visit our friends Felicity and Tarquin Tittington-Smythes, Lord and Lady Tittington-Smythes, who have requested our company for a few days in lovely Wales. Oh, honestly, these roads are so, windy. Yeah, aren't they, Paul?
Yes.
Yes, Paul's driving, obviously. Not me, I wouldn't be filming and driving. Oh, we're coming to a stop now. The G-force. That's a big lorry. So, yes, we've come to Wales for a couple of days of rest and relaxation.
Sunny Wales.
It is unfortunately grey and wet, but I do believe that the next few days are meant to be rather beautiful. So we've hired a car and we're almost at our destination, and we will be doing a video diary of our little short break in the Welsh countryside.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do, for the viewers. I've not done the road trip because that's on the last video that we did of our trip to Wales.
Yeah, but you didn't have us in a traffic jam, did you, in the last one?
Whoa. I tell you, it's like a ride. It's like a... Whoa! Ah! It is like a ride going on these country lanes. That said slow. Oh, that said slow.
It didn't. It said Araf.
Slow, it says, Paul. You're going faster. Whoa! Oh my goodness me. So I'm going to go now before I lose the will to live. Thank you.
Sheep!
Yeah, don't start that, Paul, or else you'll be wearing this camera. Bye for now. Wow. Incredible. Hi. You already know by now we're in Wales. And we had a lovely day trip today. Paul, tell the viewers what we did today.
We went on a lovely walk.
We did.
And then we watched red kites being fed chicken.
Doesn't sound terribly interesting or glamorous, does it? Because Paul didn't make it particularly interesting. We saw the spectacle of hundreds of red kites they're massive birds of prey in the UK, being fed across a lake in a big country park, sort of nature reserve. And it was an incredible spectacle. It's absolutely fascinating to watch.
It was great, and there was lots of ducks, and as soon as the red kites came down, the ducks sort of went off rather quickly, didn't they?
Yes, they did, Paul. It's got a habit of not being able to make anything sound interesting. Really.
And there's a mountain bike area as well. I mean, fantastic views. Well, absolutely fantastic views.
And, you know, I'm going to splice in a few of the views for you so you can see what it was like. But it was absolutely incredible to watch. So that's what we've done today. We're going to spend a nice evening eating Paul's borlotti bean stew.
They're Boston baked beans using borlotti beans. And we're going to be eating Hugh tonight as well, aren't we?
Yes, we're eating the final butternut. We're going to roast Hugh and eat him.
All up.
Yes. Lovely. So, that's it for today's video diary.
I'm quite tired.
Are you?
Yeah. I almost went to sleep in the car coming back, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah. We just had a tomato and cheese sandwich as well, which was really nice.
And what you can't see in the background here is the view. Beautiful mountains in the background, but the angle isn't right for you to see that. So,
but there is a myth we found out this morning that there is a dragon beneath the mountain over there. There's a chair, and the dragon is under the chair.
There are dogs in the other room too.
There are dogs in the other room. Yeah.
Okay, so
has the manservant taken in the washing?
No.
Alright.
No, it's still hanging on the line. So, we'll see you again very soon for another instalment of our little Welsh adventure. Bye for now.
Bye.
we're on our way back to London from Wales, aren't we, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we've had a lovely few days away. It's been really lovely.
The weather's been fabulous.
The weather has been incredible, absolutely beautiful. Sorry about the movement. Absolutely stunning, beautiful weather. We visited a few different places, done lots, seen lots.
Ate lots.
Ate lots, cooked lots, had fun, and had a couple of late nights and a couple of early nights. So it's been really great. So yeah, sadly we're on our way back now, but that's fine. We've got a few hours on the motorway coming up. We're still in Wales at the moment, so there's still beautiful scenery to be had, and yeah, and we're very grateful to our friends for having us. So yeah, that's it. Quick update. Bye for now. So there you have it. There you have it. Lovely, lovely times. So Paul, what was your personal highlight of our little small Welsh adventure in Wales?
Are you going to have a Welsh adventure anywhere else? Are you going to have a Welsh adventure in Scotland? No. Jellyfish.
That was your highlight?
I was really surprised by seeing a rather large jellyfish in the sea. We parked, didn't we, near Barmouth, on the other side of the estuary though, and walked across the bridge, or started walking across the bridge that goes over to Barmouth, and the tide was coming in. I think it was mostly about an hour before high tide, and I saw this enormous jellyfish, and it's the biggest jellyfish I've ever seen, and it was fabulous. And we watched it. Well, he wasn't there. You were.
I was
elsewhere.
with Felicity.
You were with Felicity, and I was with Tarquin, and Tarquin and I saw the jellyfish, which must have been about the size of a medicine ball.
A what?
A medicine ball.
What's a
You
medicine?
used to get medicine balls in the gym. Like a big football, like a basketball, the size of a basketball. And it swam, it was still alive, and it swam, and then it went down into the depths under
Lovely.
the bridge. And that was fascinating, but I think that walk that we had that day was lovely.
So that was your highlight?
And then the next day, my other highlight was when we had our fish and chips on the seafront, with you nervously watching the seagulls that he thought
They
were
dive.
going to bombard us.
They do dive
and take the chips.
and steal chips.
And they didn't.
No, but they came bloody near at one point. I was watching them. They knew I was watching. Well, I was protecting all four of us.
I was taking in the view and the chips and the fish. The fish was lovely. Fish was absolutely lovely. We went to a fish and chip shop that is not on the seafront. It's one sort of road
Just
back.
off.
And do you remember that doggy in the window? I forgot to say I saw that dog in the window again. That we saw a dog in the window above the fish and chip shop when we were there in March, and it was in the window again. It is a live dog. It was wagging. It was
I
wagging.
did just ask you for your highlight, and now we've had another story.
And then I think, and then we had the ice cream. That was lovely.
From Knickerbockers of Barmouth. Knickerbockers?
And then we did.
Knickerbocker.
We went over that bridge as well.
The toll
Another bridge, the toll bridge.
They've seen that on the video.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed that because you had that view of the estuary on either side. It was really lovely. I'd love to walk down there one day. And then of course there was the red kites.
Which they've seen.
That was impressive. I think the whole thing about that area of Wales. I think my highlight is actually realising that I have rather fallen in love with that area of Wales. And I always think that Wales, it can take quite a long time to get to places. But when we go out to the Cotswolds and walk, not the Cotswolds, the Chilterns, and walk in the Chilterns, that's about an hour's drive away, about 45 minutes, an hour's drive away. Mm. And actually, within an hour's drive of where we were, there is so much to do. Yeah, so I think my highlight was falling a little bit more in love with that area of Wales.
Well, my highlight was seeing our friends.
Oh yeah, that was lovely as well. Yeah.
And wine.
And Felicity is such a good cook.
We ate and ate.
That's why I've got
ate.
Extra.
Really?
Yeah.
We ate, we had lovely meals and lovely wine, lovely company, very enjoyable, very, very enjoyable. So we want to say a big thank you to our friends Felicity and Tarquin.
Thank you.
And Dickon Dubois and Tiffany Van Gita for a lovely time. Thank you. Thank you. Bloody thank you. So, Paul.
Oh, and thank you to their other son as well.
Donatello.
Who has given me a 50-metre hose.
Oh yes, lovely. Thank you, Donatello,
hose.
for the hose.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very much.
Lovely. Thank you. So, Paul.
And I brought back 4 acorns as well that were on the ground. So I can start growing those.
If everybody brought back acorns.
Yeah, but they're on the ground.
From the ground, there'd be no trees, would there? Not supposed to do that, are you?
You're not
or is it
allowed
foraging?
to pick them. It's foraging.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll allow it.
I was foraging for nuts. Yeah, in the wood. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I had to go into the bush to get that. There was quite a lot of ferns, so I was foraging in the fern bush.
Foraging in the fern bush.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul, you wanted to show everybody your shiny beans, didn't you?
So today it has rained already, and actually it's dry now, but it has rained. So yesterday I got down to the allotment and started harvesting the dried beans that I can't speak this morning. The dried beans that I needed to harvest. I've harvested them because obviously you get the rain, the pods go wet again, they can go mouldy inside, so I really wanted to get those off yesterday. So Gigantes, I've got my list here. Gigantes, Coco de Pampol, Rocancourt, Trail of Tears, and I also podded the chickpea harvest.
How many?
About 20
individual chickpeas. That's not going to make much of a hummus, is it?
I don't think.
And it'll maybe make one falafel.
I think it would make a single falafel.
A single falafel,
yeah.
Which isn't even worth the bother. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to save them for planting next year?
What, the chickpeas?
Yes.
No, I think they're going to go into a dried bean mix. What I also have is when I've done the harvesting, there was a whole load of our yellow flat French beans that had dried. So I've taken those off and I have harvested the seed from those and will be having those as a dried bean to use over winter. I also have a whole load of beans which are demi-sec, so they're semi-dried, which I picked, and will be using those fresh. So I might be making a ribolotti soup with that.
A what?
A ribolotti bean and onion, tomato and kale soup with that. I most probably won't make that today. Might make cheese and courgette soup today.
Okay. With potato.
With a bit of potato. Oh, I need to harvest the potatoes. Why didn't we take potatoes to Wales?
I did ask you to, and you didn't.
We've got our main crop potatoes, which are in buckets to harvest, and I have not taken any of those out so far, mainly because we've been using up all of the early potatoes that we had, but those have all now been used up. So I think I will be doing a little potato reveal on Planet Vegetaria later.
Oh, that's
one of our
lovely.
buckets of potatoes.
That's Planet Vegetaria, a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. It's contractual.
So our Coco de Pampol and our Rock and Core, most of those will actually be save seed for growing for next year. The Trail of Tears beans, which are absolutely beautiful beans in their pods. It's a sad and incredible story, so do have a look at Trail of Tears beans and have a read about the story. I got those from Rob, old gardener guy, and I think for us being vegetarian, there's a lot of growing for not a huge crop of beans. That may be the fact that it just hasn't been a good year, but they did grow well and there was quite a few pods, but they are a small bean, so we won't get, literally I think the beans that we've got will do us for one meal. So I'm going to be doing a video on the end of year. For the end of year growing for me is the end of September. Beginning of October is the start of our new growing year. So next year there's going to be more runner beans that we're going to do. We've got Shaz's runner beans and we've got some saved beans from Shaz's runner beans that we grew this year. The chickpeas we will just eat. The gigantes we will eat and keep some. But as I say, white beans mixed and beans demi-sec mixed, they will all be going into stews and soups.
Lovely. And then we'll show you a little snippet of video of the beans. So Paul, this isn't the extent of the harvest, is it? Completely, really?
It's the whole harvest of the Coco de Pampol.
So are you going to actually point to the Coco de Pampol then?
These are the Coco de Pampol.
Right. So that's the entire harvest.
That's for save
that's
seed.
not very... Is there any more then?
No.
Gosh, that's not very good, is it? What's that one?
This is the Rock and Core.
And that's it?
That's for save seed. That's what we had as yellow beans.
Oh, right. So we have been eating them as yellow beans,
These
but that's for saving seed. That's the Trail of Tears.
This is the Trail of Tears. This is from about 6 plants.
So is there any more?
No, that's it.
Goodness me, that's terrible, really, isn't it? I mean, there's only a couple of meals there.
Yeah.
And then that's just a sample
This is
of
a sample.
the gigantes.
Yeah, we've got about 2 kilos.
Right, okay. So they
Those.
did quite well.
Yeah.
You see, I think they're worth doing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what are these here?
These are just our yellow flat French beans which went over, and we have saved those and we'll be using those in soups and stews and chilies and things like that.
One soup.
Well, yeah, but there will be more of these because we've got more of these.
Oh dear, is that the chickpea harvest? Oh goodness
That's
me.
the entirety of our chickpea harvest.
Oh dearie me, that's not good, is it? And what is this selection? Selezioni?
This is just a selection of semi-dried. So where all of these around are dried, these are semi-dried ones.
Do the green ones are what?
So these are what are the green ones? The green ones are effectively younger versions of the white ones, which are all the flat yellow French bean. That's Orbolotti. Some of these are Trail of Tears, and some of them are the Rock and Core, and there might be 1 or 2.
So they're drying off.
Yeah,
now.
they're drying off. So they're in the middle. that one, those.
Okay, lovely.
Those are coco de Pampol, but we're going to have those like that. We're going to cook them like that, so they're going to be cooked fresh.
Lovely, Paul. So thank you very much for showing us your beans. Thank you.
Oh, and the borlotti are in the freezer already.
Thank you.
That's why
Goodbye.
we just
Say
have
goodbye, Paul. Goodbye.
that
Goodbye now.
single borlotti.
Goodbye. I'm cutting you off. Lovely beans, Paul.
I do like my beans.
But there aren't many.
No.
It's not a massively great... Oh, pigeon. Up the chimney.
What you didn't see there is our borlotti, which have already been harvested and are demi-sec and in the freezer. So we most probably have, I think we had 6 pounds of demi-sec beans that are in the freezer.
And we took a lovely stew.
We took a lovely stew.
Borlotti baked bean type thing.
We did.
With us to Wales.
I made Boston baked beans with borlotti beans, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'll be doing that recipe at some point over the winter because it's lovely.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we had the leftovers wrapped in wraps and baked like those things.
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas, that's
But
it.
enchiladas have got rice in it.
Well, they didn't have rice in them.
I think they could have done with a bit of rice in because they were a bit moist, weren't they?
Moist. So, Paul, anything else you'd like to talk to the viewers about?
Juggling my tea.
Juggling. Plans for the week. Plans for the week.
Well, I'm off to Bristol tomorrow.
Really?
There's a staff meeting. Yeah.
Overnight?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's in the diary.
Well, I haven't looked at the diary.
Well, how do you know what your plans for the week are then?
Because I don't have any plans.
There we are. So we've got a staff meeting of Social Farms and Gardens on Monday afternoon and Tuesday. So I'll be going to Bristol.
If I'd have known, I could have called Mario.
Is he away?
I don't know.
You could still call him.
He's fictitious, so
But you could talk to yourself then.
I will.
Yeah, you will. Actually, when I go away, you usually find something interesting to watch on TV and then we start watching it, don't we? So,
Yes, because I'm good at finding good programmes. Yeah.
yes, occasionally.
Okay, blah blah blah.
So there's that. And they'll mostly be seeing Vanessa on Wednesday. And then,
We've got the London Harvest Festival coming up on Saturday. Lovely.
Yeah. So we'll be there for a few hours. So yeah,
Good.
it's
Super.
September's been a busy month, really.
Busy.
And of course, we need to get a video in, as I said, about sort of end of year, that type of thing. I think Jane has also tagged us in a video that will be coming out, may have come out by now, by the time you see this, which we'll be doing together. Most will be putting a little bit of a spin on that.
I've not seen it.
I haven't spoken to you about it yet.
You should have done.
Yeah.
I think I'm the controller of the video machine.
And I'm formalising what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing a allotment diary in the vein of Nigel Slater's Kitchen Diaries.
Really?
From the 1st of October. I just need to decide what platforms that's going to go on. It will definitely be on Planet Vegetaria.
This is
and
a
then
written
it will be
diary.
A written diary. And it will include a few videos and things like that, but I think it's mostly going to be on Planet Vegetaria and our website.
Well, there's only one thing you have to remember.
What's that?
Make it interesting.
Oh, I do need to put up, in fact by the time you see this, I most probably will have done, but yesterday I did a quick video of the autumn harvesting broad beans that we have in, because they have started flowering.
Hurrah!
So I'm rather excited by that, and it does need a bit of a weed. There are some courgette or marrow plants that have started growing there as well, from some type of seed, not not sure exactly. I suppose that came from the compost. But yeah, I was really pleased to see those flowers when I got down to the allotment yesterday.
Good.
So they're Luz di Otono. I can't speak today. I find it very difficult to actually get words out today.
It's probably because we were disturbed last night by party over the bloody road. Some people are so inconsiderate. They were partying literally from 6 o'clock.
And it was loud.
And it was loud. I almost thought about complaining, but I thought, no, live and let live. We'll put up. So inconsiderate though, some people, aren't they?
But the interesting thing is, I didn't hear many doors opening and doors closing. I didn't hear any sort of that hubble bubble of people
Hubble
partying.
bubble? You mean hubbub?
Hubbub.
Hubble bubble.
Oh dear, I was having a Pearl moment. I can't speak today. There we are.
People won't know who Pearl is, Paul, unless they watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, they should watch RuPaul's Drag Race,
Anyway,
and then they will know.
Let's bloody move on now because it's time to go.
But there wasn't a hubbub, was there?
No, I don't know what was going on, but it was loud.
It was
very
loud music.
Next time I will complain. Be warned. So that's it now. We're saying goodbye.
Oh,
We're not saying goodbye.
And Cheeky Prince update. Rob Olgard, the guy, has harvested his Cheeky Prince. Rob is in Northern Europe and his frosts come much earlier, and I think his plants have been a bit frostbitten. So he has harvested his Cheeky Prince. Now he has some that look very much like a crown prince and some that are looking green and acorn squash shaped. I'm not sure what he called it, but I'm wondering whether there's been a mix up of seeds, because we did send to all the people that we sent Cheeky Prince seeds. We also sent our save seed from our Crown Prince pumpkin last year. Now, Crown Prince is an F1, we know that, so it most probably won't come true. But two of his really look like Crown Prince to me, so I'm wondering whether there's been a mix-up in seeds there.
Very good.
I will be doing a Cheeky Prince update next weekend, most probably on Monday week, a week tomorrow. We have got two varieties of Cheeky Prince, one which is going orange and one which is very, very green.
Lovely. So thank you very much for that, Paul. That was super. We're going now.
Were you fascinated by that?
We're going now. That's it. Time to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And we hope you all have a lovely Sunday, whatever you're doing. So say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.